EP Computer Shop.
306 Recording Studios. Become a part of our family at Seven Music Entertainment. 306 Recording Studios, where you can record Hubbard's music of Las Cruces, New Mexico.
From Seven Music Entertainment Studios, here in the Sun City, it's 306 Sessions Concert Series in the heart of El Paso. Today's musical guests are Here we go with 306 Sessions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 306 Sessions Concert Series. My name is Richie, and we're coming to you from El Paso, Texas, right here at Zen Music Studios. And you know what? We have a live studio audience, so let them hear you. Let them hear you. Live studio audience. Awesome. I like to swim in that, when it happens. And really here at 306, we created a platform for all sorts of bands and musicians to tell their stories, share their sound, and these guys, kicking off today's show, they've been one of my favorite bands since I've heard them, and I always try and catch them. They have some of the best musicians in the city, some sick lyrics, and you know, even if you've never heard them before, by the end, you're going to be nodding your head to the beat like you're nodding in agreement. So to kick things off, ladies and gentlemen, let's go and welcome to the 306 stage, RIboflavin.
You had some bars, chilling with the passing cars.
You ain't got no bars.
You ain't got no bars. I was chilling there with no car, sipping on a Lone Star, getting so far. All they ask is when the show starts. So sharp, stay on point like when you throw darts. A frozen cold heart couldn't open with a crowbar. I'm that Shogun in the boneyard, that's where the space goes. Zorak and Motard, coast to coast. And I'll send you hoes a postcard. Tell my folks I wouldn't overdose, I keep my phone charged. Like just in case you call, here to save you all, we'll arrange your charts like Mozart. Just play your part and go hard the whole yard. We don't create the art for gold charts. Hire a bounty through a loan shark. Your whole squad like a dry county, homie, no bars. What? You ain't got no bars. 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 You ain't never ever ever had bars. You ain't got no bars. You ain't got no bars. You ain't got no bars. What?
I'm smoking for sedate just to get through shit today. Twisted super silver haze, just kicking it with Jay. And I must have missed some days for the simple risk of sake. Those wishes are a waste when you pitch the pick you make. Your significance is drained when you miss a picture's frame. And I'm drifting out of range while I'm listening to breaks. Sitting in the rain, hitting six of flame. The mission is so plain, it's a swim against the grain. Let's see some flames that we sit and miss a day. Tripping like our ages and slowly pick it away. The vicious grip of fate that will hit you in the face. This business is a game and your interest won't be safe. Resistance to the change is just simply hidden shame. I'm persistently embraced by the simple issue say. And it isn't disengaged from your pitiful mismanagement. Lyrics for your brain and an original the right.
Yeah. You ain't got no bars. You ain't got no bars. You ain't got no bars. You ain't never ever ever had bars. You ain't got no bars. You ain't got no bars. You ain't got no bars. bars. You ain't got no bars. You ain't got no bars. You ain't never ever ever had bars. You ain't got no bars. You ain't got no bars. You ain't got no bars.
Thank you.
Besides that, children of the sun.
The deepest third philosopher rewrites his death. Let me weave my words like gossamer inside your head. The fire spreads beside your bed. That night I slept, hanging by a thread, strangled by my neck in spider webs. And everything I think I know is a sinking boat. Said I believe it's so, doesn't always seem to float. And every seed I've sown is just another tree that grows. No longer talk to people, nowadays I speak in quotes. Catching everything I'm aiming towards, especially when internally I'm waging war. Cause personally it kind of hurts to see pain I stored. All I experience inadvertent to the same accord. As Mother Nature takes its course, you can see the love and hatred deep beneath my face and yours. To underneath our veins and pores, in summary our days are short, the sun will greet the rain that pours. From the subtleties my brain ignores, doesn't help the fact that I'm still wondering what I'm waiting for. Yo, El Paso, once you feel it, you are one with it. All that's consumed is the children of the sun, writing songs for the moon. Once this feeling has you numb, you've all been consumed. It's the children of the sun, writing songs for the moon. The truth exists, and if God guides a moving shift, then life must be that large tide that's soon to hit. The moon eclipse translucent like a movement is. Anomalies, rebel music for revolutionists. You lost the floor plans, forgot where the blueprints went. Off to explore lands on board like a crucifix. Cause any pathway just wouldn't do. It's like a cascade of wooden tombs. So you can't escape what's man-made, it's full of doom. It's like placing strands of tape and band-aids on bullet wounds. Praying to gods and we're hoping we haven't lost our emotions somewhere, tossed to the ocean to the bottom where our hopes went. Cause in the end, a lot of men they won't swim. Our hearts severed from the arrogance, caught upon a close grip. Bartenders are the therapists, the bottle is a close friend. Yeah, that bottle is. Once you feel it, you are one with it. All that's consumed is the children of the sun, writing songs for the moon. Once this feeling has you numb and you've all been consumed, it's the children of the sun writing songs for the moon. Everybody now, children, sun, songs, moon it goes, children, sun, songs, moon it goes, children, sun, songs, moon is the children of the sun, writing songs for the moon it goes, children, sun, songs, moon it goes. ghost children, sun, songs. Moon and ghost children, sun, songs. Moon is the children of the sun, writing songs for the moon. Hit us up for some merchandise. Thanks to Richie.
The 306 Sessions. Give it up for RIboflavin. You guys at home? Yo, you're hearing them for the first time. You better go on social media. Follow their pages. Facebook, Instagram, RIboflavin. Catch their shows. Be on the lookout for their music. Of course, catch them on iTunes, on Spotify, Full Circle. And just like I said, let's keep supporting local music. Let's go out to the shows, buy merchandise, tell your friends about them. Yo, it's a pleasure having you guys on. For the 306 Sessions, we're going to go upstairs for our next segment.
I got him good, 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 good. I got him good, good, good. And I don't know what to do about his jealous type. I got him good, 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 good. I got him good, 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 good. I got him good, 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 good. I think he thinks that I have something to hide, and I don't know what to do about his jealous type. He gets cold when I return back home. He gets annoyed when I pick up the phone. I got him, oh, I got him good. Your ups and downs, yeah. I know you won this time, but I know I'm done. And I don't know what to do about his jealous type. I got him good. I got him good. I got him good.
And today we're going to bring you a special friend, Chelsea Beth. Chelsea Beth, I know that you lived in Washington, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what brought you to El Paso?
I got into actually school down here in Las Cruces, and I don't know, when I came down here to visit the campus, I just kind of fell in love with the area and the vibe here and the energy, and so I was like, I feel like I could see myself here, and it ended up working out, so I guess it was kind of meant to be.
Oh, that's pretty cool. But how about music? How did it start? Did it start in Washington or here in Cruces?
Oh God, music started when I was a kid. My dad would play music, and I was always writing, like I was always kind of like a writer first, and I would be like writing little songs down ever since I can remember, and I would ask him, I'd be like, hey Dad, like can you help me turn this into a song? And so we'd like work on it together, and then eventually I was like, when I was around 15, I was like, I should probably start, learning to play guitar. I played drums at that time, or percussion in high school, and kind of made the switch to guitar when I was like 15 or 16. So I could start, composing my own songs, and I didn't have to bug my dad every time I wanted to write something.
True. And I know that coming from drumming, it helps you with rhythm, right?
Yeah.
It helps you when you
Yeah.
compose. That's great.
Yeah.
And so then you made your way down to the Southwest, to Las Cruces, and you started performing here?
Yeah.
Do you remember your first performance?
It was my first performance, I think, here was actually at Vintage Wines in Las Cruces with we were doing like a 3-piece band at the time. It was me, a bassist, and a guy on the cajon. And we went by the Fox, the Box, and the Bear, and it was just a fun little kind of side project that we just started. We're all students, so it was kind of a good way to relax and kind of have an outlet for our passion. I was never like, I would get really shy about performing, and so being able to perform here has kind of helped me to build my confidence and break out of that shell a little bit of shyness about performing.
I've heard your music, and it's great. It's amazing. I love your songs. I remember you came here, and you played one song, and I said, that's a great song. Can I play another one? Yeah. And then you played another one, and it was just as great. And then you played another one, and I says, I fell in love with your music.
Thank you.
It's a lot of talent there. Have you gone back to Washington to perform?
Yeah, last summer I was going home for a little bit to see friends and family, and I booked a couple shows while I was there just around the state, just reaching out to friends and friends saying, hey, like, do you want to play at this place? And so I got to play at a bunch of little random spots, and also...
Hell yeah, what did you say?
Yeah. I was like, hell yeah, I was super stoked about it. And I actually got to help put on a fundraiser for a raptor center, rescue center that's in my hometown in Sequim, Washington, and so me and my former employer kind of collaborated to make that event happen, and it was great. We raised like a couple $1,000 for the organization. Yeah, it felt really good. I was really pleased with how it went. So we got some other musicians to volunteer their time too, which was great.
That's so cool. Now, I know that we talked, and you are about others and helping others, different issues and causes. Has that played a part in your art, your music, your lyrics?
Yeah, it's funny that you asked that, because I think like working in mental health, you see a lot of the issues that we're facing, especially right now, with the political landscape currently. And you see the direct impact it has on people's lives. I've actually written one song in particular that is older that I wrote really about like the struggles my clients would talk about. Not specifically, but like in general, the things that the suffering, that people experience. And I think that that's a really important thing about music, is to be able to sort of, at times you can sort of reflect the suffering that people experience, and it sort of brings us together as humans. So yeah, I think that's definitely music and those experiences in my life go hand in hand for sure.
And have you done anything here in Cruces or El Paso yet? With certain issues, causes?
Well, I try to be present in political advocacy, especially since the election, been trying to go to some events around, raising awareness and also showing solidarity with certain groups who feel threatened or unsafe. Of course, there's always more I feel like I could or should be doing. I know you talked about doing the Paleta Power, and I think that's amazing. Immigration issues is definitely something that I think right now is a huge, very, very present here, and very important to address.
Yeah, we wrote a song called No Walls. That's all I'll say, because this is about you. And I know that we had talked before, and you said, "Hey, let's do something together." I just remembered that, and we should work on something.
Yeah, we should.
And help somebody out. We will. We'll do that.
Yeah.
And how about here in El Paso? Where have you performed?
So far in El Paso, I've just performed at 2 places, Boomtown and the Pizza Joint.
How was that?
It was so fun. Like, I love going out to El Paso and seeing new venues. You know, definitely had a couple people helping with that, and you know, getting to play with different artists here is so fun. I played with Tiffany Christopher a few weeks ago at Boomtown, and that was a great show. A lot of people came out, and then at the Pizza Joint, I got to play with Arcade Blues and Birdface, who, you know, they're both doing kind of other projects too. But yeah, it was just really, really great. Really fun to get to sort of collaborate with different people in building shows and putting music together.
Yeah, and when you came that time and you performed about 25 songs. Out of the 25 songs that you go at Boomtown or Cruises or at the Wine Place or the Here, which is one of your favorites?
One of my favorite songs?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so hard to choose. There are a handful of songs that I wrote like back in December or around like last fall and winter, kind of inspired by like the experience of growing up in Washington. A lot of it inspired by family stuff and by just living where I lived when what I went through. And one of those songs is called Distracted, and it's particularly like kind of, it's actually about my relationship with my dad. But I think I've had a lot of women come up to me after shows and be like, I can really identify with that song. And that feels really good to know that it speaks to people on that level and in the way that it was kind of like I was hoping it would convey about those experiences of, you know, with relationships and love and...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're able to reach out like that and it conveys a message and it touches people and they tell you about it, it's like, yes, that's what it was for.
Yeah, it feels good.
You have played all over the city and in Las Cruces and in Washington. Now, where does Chelsea go from here?
Well, I'm hoping to play somewhere this summer, getting to book some shows the next couple months. I'm also hoping to, a friend of mine and I who were playing music together are hoping to maybe do a little bit of a tour through like the southern states of the United States, and so, you know, like hitting New Orleans, hopefully, you know, somewhere in Florida, Nashville. We might even try to go up to the East Coast a little bit. All dressed up with nowhere to go. I think I did this for myself, but I already know it would have been different if you were there. It's always different when you are there. I would have stared at you as you walked into the room. I would have thought of all the things that I would like to do with you, and it could be so good. It's always so good. But it's just a distraction, it's just a distraction to me. It's just a distraction, you're just a distraction from me. And I've been distracted as long as I've been living. And I've been distracted as long as I've been.
Hey guys, Cindy here again. We've reached the end of the show, but before we leave you, we want to remind you that here at 306 Sessions, we don't only record your music live in concert. We also have this professional recording studio where we can record up to an entire album for you and your band. We've recorded many artists here and positioned them on radio and television. So, if you have a band or some amazing original music you'd like to bring to life, message 306 Sessions Concert Series on Facebook. We want to thank our incredible artists on the show tonight. Time for us to head out. Hit us up next time. Join the movement. and find your music here at 306 Sessions.